Hey everybody, Mike here from The Art of Guitar. I'm going to show you a blues turnaround that I did sort of just out of curiosity. One time I was playing a long show and there was no one in the crowd, and I started to wonder the different ways I could do turnarounds at the end because it was sort of a blues rock situation. And so I started to think, okay, whenever I do a turnaround, we teach this on the website in depth, but I'll just go really quick. I like to play the main chord, and then I'll walk down to the flat 7. In this case it's G, and then walk chromatically downward. So it's like, and then I'll finish, however, the old Elvis ending right there. But another way you could go is you could go up to the major third and then walk up from there. So you could go. That's another classic move. Well, because I was a little bit, maybe had a couple drinks and I was feeling a little bit ambitious, I thought, let's go ahead and do both at the same time and see what happens. And you can see why that might be difficult because it's contrary motion. One's going down, one's going up. I thought this will be fun. So we played the A, had to do the turnaround. So I went down to the G, and simultaneously I went up to the C sharp, down a fret and up a fret. Same, big stretch now. Then the relief came with the open E and the octave E. And then the finish. So you can see where you can get in a little trouble when you get to the lower frets because, man, you're stretching a lot. If you don't do your finger splits like we teach on the website, you're going to be in for some pain, so be careful. So real slow, you get this motion. This also works well in the key of D because you're on the 5th fret now on the 5th string. Let's say you go like this now. It's a fun thing to do. Later in the show, we were in the key of C, and it was more of sort of a rockin' tune. I thought, okay, I'm going to challenge myself now because C is going to create a brand new problem. And that's there's not going to be any open string at the end. So at the very end, I have to stretch one fret even further than I did earlier. And I didn't know if I could do it or not. So before the song, I warmed up my fingers a little bit, did some stretches. And if you're in C, let's say you're here at the 8th fret of the E string, and you want to do the same thing, be really careful now. Check this out. We go to the flat 7 here. Getting stretchy. The final stretch, this is why I call it the almost impossible turnaround. I have to go from G here to G here. So we're talking 3rd fret to the 10th fret, which is pretty insane. If you can move your hand over a little bit, it's possible to do like that. Kind of hurts a little bit. I have to kind of change my position. But the more and more you practice, the more that might be actually the extent of my reach here. Unless I go into a Jakey Lee thumb thing, which is a really cool idea too. You could actually reach for that stretch. So once again, be really careful. Start higher and don't do as many frets if you're trying to get this big of a stretch. But that would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fret stretch starting at the 3rd fret. So let's try it once. We get C, walk down, B flat, big stretch, finish up. Okay, I don't really recommend doing this just on the fly like I did. I was just a little bit daring that night. I really didn't care, but it turned out okay, and I learned how to stretch my hand in different ways that I thought possible. So give it a shot, and we'll catch you guys at the next lesson. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.